boat sits, it's going to get especially a lot of barnacle growth. So that's probably what I spend most of the time doing is manually scraping those metal parts underwater. Yeah, I usually just use a plastic window scraper so that it doesn't do any damage to any of the sensitive parts of the hull. And if it's on a steel hull where there's some really bad growth, I might use a metal scraper as well. So it's sort of twofold, right? Yeah, so I'm trying to swim into it and then push myself away so it can be a constant. It's exhausting, right? It takes a lot of air to be physically moving that hard the whole time. Depending on how hard you're working and how deep you are, you usually get in 30 to 45 minutes a tank. Yeah, I usually inspect every month. They have an issue with muscle growth especially, but yeah, it can be to the point where it can clog intakes or outflows or any through hulls, covers transducers, and the sonar modules sometimes get overgrown, or I could say just maybe the running surfaces getting overgrown and hampering performance. And, the most important thing on that big ship we looked at today was the intakes. There's several intakes underwater that get overgrown, and we're scraping, not just flat surfaces, but inside chests and up into pipes and inlets themselves, and trying to get up inside things. So it can be very difficult with a manual scraper. If you had an extension on the ice blast, of a couple 3 feet, you could get up inside a pipe or a nook and cranny where you can get with a scraper in your arm. Well, it certainly cuts the time down, probably more than in half. And the way we had it running yesterday, the effort was less, so you could cover a much larger area with one tank of air than you could manually scraping, for sure. No, I wasn't having any trouble controlling it. It seemed to be a large enough nozzle that it wasn't trying to really push itself away. Even with one guy operating that, you could probably do the work of two fairly easily, and you'll be able to get into spots where with a scraper would be very time consuming or difficult, so you probably wouldn't even bother.